Hey guys, thank you for joining me for Wednesday Rewind. I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad that you joined me, even just for a few minutes today. Listen, this past Sunday, we declared that God is wise. We took a look at the wisdom of God and we walked through a really long definition of God's wisdom. But we landed on this thought that God's wisdom is God employing the best possible means to meet the best possible goal, which is primarily God's glory, and extends to the highest good of the greatest number of people for the longest period of time. Let me say that one more time. That God's wisdom is God employing the best possible means to meet the best possible goal, which is primarily His glory, and it extends to the highest good for the greatest number of people for the longest period of time. And God's wisdom has everything to do with your life right now. Some of you are finding yourself in a very confusing time of life. Things are happening in your life or not happening in your life that you find very, very perplexing and bewildering. And you're trying to figure out what's happening here. What do I do? I'm confused, and some of you are becoming upset about it. You're allowing it to unnerve you. But can I tell you that it's possible that this time of confusion has been allowed to come upon you because of God's wisdom? So let me ask you, is there something going on in your life that's just totally got you perplexed, totally got you bewildered? May I ask you to do something? Seek God for wisdom. Don't give up. Seek God for wisdom. His wisdom could be at play in your life. For some of us, it has more to do with sort of an impatience. There's something good that we're doing, something good that we'd like to see happen. And so we've planted and we've done everything that we can to create the conditions that are conducive to growth. And we want this good thing to happen, but it's not happening. It's not coming to fruition. And some of us are getting impatient and we are becoming discouraged. But beloved, can I tell you? It could be that in God's wisdom, the answer right now is not now. I got to tell you, some great good comes out of wait. So let me ask you, is there something good that you really, it would be so cool if it happened, but it's not happening? Is there something good that you're really wanting to happen, but for some reason it's not gaining traction? It's not growing like you thought. It's not doing the thing, coming to fruition as you thought and hoped that it would. Beloved, don't get discouraged. Beloved, don't be upset about it. Don't let it unnerve you. Seek God for wisdom. But there's something else too. God also allows us to go through pain. God does allow us to suffer. Now, I'm not talking about here the kind of suffering that comes with the consequences of a bad decision making or some toxic relational tactics that we employ. But even in that, even in the consequences of bad decisions, even there's a wisdom even in that, isn't there? I got to tell you, God allows us to suffer, and at times for no reason at all. I mean, we don't have any reason why we would suffer. We're not making bad decisions. We're doing the right things, and yet we're suffering, and God allows us to suffer. Can I tell you something real quick? Before you hit eject, right? There's so much good that comes out of suffering. I tell you from my own life, some of the great good in my life has come from some of the great pain in my life. So let me ask you, is there pain that you're suffering? Are you experiencing something right now that's causing you to want to abandon ship? That's causing you to want to leave your good job, leave your good relationship, leave your good family, leave your faith? Can I tell you, the pain that God is allowing to come upon your life is done with God's wisdom. Seek God for wisdom. The wisdom of God, once again, is God's wisdom employing the best possible means to meet the best possible goal, which is primarily His glory, but it extends to the highest good, the greatest number of people for the longest period of time. Thank you so much for joining me just a little bit. I will see you right here next week. God bless you.